So this is really interesting. If you're familiar with Revelation, there's a scripture that talks about gathering in a place called Har Megiddo, which means Hill of Megiddo. And it talks about, and that's the basis upon which we get the word Armageddon. And if you read scripture, it actually talks about the armies of the world gathering in the Jezreel Valley. Well, what you're looking at there is the Jezreel Valley, and you can see it's a massive great open area. And behind me here is Har Megiddo, the Hill of Megiddo. And it's a really funny, pokey little place. It's just a little dirt track up the side of a fortified structure with guns and barbed wire fences and things. No signage, nothing. The only reason we found it is because we had the GPS. And here we are, we've come down this road, which is a pretty manky old road. This bit's actually sealed and it's okay, but most of it's actually in quite a bad state of repair. And here we are, looking out over the Valley of Jezreel, and you can see from that if you were talking about tens of millions of troops, and that's the sort of numbers they talk, then you could easily accommodate them in that space if you were getting yourself ready for an invasion. And, I mean, there's all sorts of theories about what that might mean, whether it's the United Nations or, whether it's armies from the north, the sort of the whole Gog and Magog thing with Russia and other countries, or whether it's Middle Eastern countries. It probably wouldn't be Middle Eastern countries because this would be a weird place for them to stage a battle from. It's right at the other end of the Middle East. That's just a slightly higher perspective of the Valley of Jezreel from the Hill of Megiddo, Armageddon. And again, you can just see that it's a pretty substantial sized valley, so if you're going to stage any sort of military action, that would certainly be the place from which to do it. And from here basically you just head you head south from here to Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, if those were your targets. So it's a pretty logical place from which to mount an action. So there it is, the Valley of Jezreel. Armageddon.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere, and the tears are filling up their glasses. No expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it